So this is the biggest night that we've had in our dojo in, where's Renchi Forelli? Where are you? When did you get your Renchi?
2004.
Okay, 18 years, all right? We've had a lot of great things that happened in 18 years. We've had phenomenal Renchis like Renchi Tim, Renchi Mike, Renchi Steve, Renchi Cindy, etc. But we're going to be seeing a half a dozen people in their 4th degree black belt tonight. One is already a Renchi. The other 5 are going to be Walker Renchis. So on the one hand, you could say, well, so what? Someone gives out a bunch of belts. Let me tell you I'm going to start out by telling you what those senior people have done. I don't know if anyone's under 15 years. I know a number of them over 20 years, and a couple of them over 30 years of karate training. By the way, those 30-year people, every single week, other than one went to college for a little bit, have been here consistently working out. I just went over with Hanshi Bernard the process to get through all the belts up to black belt. You know, there's 4 stripes in a belt test, so there's 5 times 10. There's 50 tests. There are 4 for every level of black belt. That's another 16 tests. My quick math, and I did it wrong before, is 66, okay? At least 66 evaluations. This last evaluation took 9 months. Every single week for 9 months we worked, and they worked their butt off. We got high tech and videotaped everything and posted it to the cloud, and they analyzed it and made sure they could do every one of the 18 Matsubiyashi Shorin Kata. So when we get to that group, that's a very special group that we have in the dojo. Our dojo, which started in 1989, I started karate in 1979, or jiu-jitsu in 1979, has been around for a long time. But it's a living organism, so it really comes down to that next generation. And we're going to be promoting some people here tonight for their next level. So there are two or dual tracks that we have in the dojo, the way we have it set up. One is on the technical karate level. Can you become a black belt? And then there's on the teaching level. We feel that they should pretty much go hand in hand, but not everyone is meant or is going to fall through being a teacher. Being a teacher is like being a parent. If you're the parent, you have to show up. If you're a student, you show up when you want to for you. These people are showing up for other people, okay? If you're being consistent and you're a leadership team person, you're giving of someone else. There's a lot of other benefits, as you all well know. Why else would you do it? Or at least I've sold you the bill of goods, and Hanshi sold it to me, is that, number one, we're doing traditional karate. Look up the word traditional. It means to verbally pass down from person to person. That's what a tradition is. So that's one part of it, passed down to, from other people to me and so on. Another part of it is you get so much better at your karate until you know, or until you teach karate, you will really never understand the material. So getting back to the 4th degree black belts, they have nothing new to learn. They have no more material. There's no more things stuck on the wall or whatever. It's zero. What do they have to do? They have to go and teach everything they already learned and get better at all those things and then go deeper inside themselves, okay? So at some point in time, you get let loose, all right? So we're going to start out with promotions from Shidoin, which is an apprentice. We have a Waka level, a half level, Waka Shidoin, Waka Senpai. That's as exciting as can be because you're starting on the path. So I'm very happy with that group. Senpais, we like to see black belts. Those are senior students on the floor. They're not in charge of a class, but when they get on the floor, they come in, they help out. They're committed to being leaders. Sensei, that means a teacher. Literally means the one who comes before. It's like the parent. Okay, I guess you can abandon your children. You can be that type of parent, or you can be that person that keeps coming. Why? Because you're trying to give back. Then eventually we'll get up to the Renchi level. It's an internationally licensed teacher. That's the big one. So whether it be in karate or in other art form in Japan, it's a very honored a title that you get, and it's not just in karate that you would receive something like that. Our rank, our leadership levels at that Renshi level are sanctioned through Shidokan International, which is sanctioned through the Japan Ministry of Education. So it's kind of like the Harvard of giving things out, okay? All right, so without further ado, I do want to mention there's only 2 SO levels. Those who haven't heard this before, SO means it's junior, under the age of 16. That's pretty impressive that those 2 people, and I'll just mention their names, they won't be in this order, but it's Isabella Relos and Dominic Giusti are going to be getting levels under the age of 16. Everyone else is 16 and up, and some are well past 16, okay? All right, so I'm going to announce them. I'll be giving out the diploma. Renshi Steve will be giving out. If you go to your a new level, a walk or something, that's when we're going to give you the patch. Okay. So let's start out with our some of our first new Shidoin So. I hope we get this. Isabella. Okay. Os. And by the way, Shidoshi. Can I just have this for a second? She always goes over the top of all this stuff, like a black belt promotional. She made like a little brochure or a little, what would you call it, a guide or a pamphlet program. That would be the best.
There should be an asterisk. I didn't even ask Renshi Anthony to type it up. So.
Yeah, he does all the real work. We all know that, right?
He does all of it.
We'll talk about him later. And by the way, there's in Shidoshi cake and all this stuff for afterwards. So. She always, like I say, goes over and above. Okay, so can I have? Wow, can I say this whole name?
Isabella.
Isabella Liana Leiden Ruelos. What a name! That's awesome. And you're gonna get your. Oh, actually, you already have your patch, so you're good. Okay.
Brian Rayoon.
Brian Rayum for full Shidoin.
Thank you.
Zachary Boone, full Shidoin.
Okay, and there's a new one to our leadership team, Zach Boone for Shidoin. We skipped the walk-up for you, and you're going to get a...
Dominic Giusti, Waka Senpai So.
Okay. Dominic Giusti, Waka Senpai So. Okay. So you'll be called Senpai from now on, okay?
Maddie McKenna, Waka Senpai.
So these last one and the next one, so if you refer to them in the future, they're Senpai, okay? But for Waka Senpai, Maddie McKenna.
Senpai, Molly Grace Leiden.
Okay. For full Senpai, Molly Leiden.
Liam.
And she beat out her brother, Liam Leiden, for full Senpai.
Maddie Dillon, Senpai.
And one of our Team Elite members, Maddie Dillon for full Senpai.
Martin Powley, at Waka Sensei.
Okay, I can read it from here, thank you. So, moving up to the Sensei levels now, we got, who teaches the 9 a.m. adult class, Martin Cowley, Waka Sensei. Congratulations, Martin.
James Garmatino.
Okay. And one of our youngest senseis in the dojo, I've thought about this, like who have we had that is in this younger, we've had Spencer happened to show up tonight, right? Where are you, Spencer?
Spencer's in the...
Okay. Spencer, CJ, Ari, these are our younger senseis. Very rare to get people at age to become a sensei, but certainly one of our best martial artists in the dojo that we've probably ever had, MJ Scaramazino, Waka Sensei.
Full sensei.
Okay, and now moving on to a full sensei, Eric Carlson. Good job, Eric. And also moving up to full sensei, Phil Cole. And another full sensei, Brian Karneski.
So Wrench, you want to wait?
I'm going to do the instructors of the year right now. Okay. All right. Usually, if you've been to our holiday parties, we always have an instructor of the year. And I racked my brain. It's tough because if you see the plaque over behind Wrenchy Tim, I don't know how many names. I got 40 names there or something like that. A lot of them, over half of them, are still in the dojo teaching. Okay, that's a lot of people. So we have over 20 instructors of the year, and occasionally we might double up somebody, but it's tough because I certainly could have picked, who was last year, Patty? Was it Patty? Yeah, okay, yeah. I definitely could have picked her again this year. I could pick Wrenchy Steve again this year. Sensei Carolyn again was the year before, I believe, and so on and so forth. So it's always a tough thing. But I came down to two people, and I chose this based on sort of over and above some of the things that they're doing. So I picked two people this year. The first is the person in charge of our black belt process, who every week for the last decade or so comes in and works and helps prepare people for their black belt. And he's just gone to another level. So Tim Monahan. There you go, sir. There's another one. There you go, bud. Okay, and the next one, someone who's very supportive of the dojo, has been that kind of utility player, pitch in, do whatever you can, help anybody, and also started a bunkai class. Brian Karneski. Congratulations. Well deserved. All right, we are going to now witness a demonstration from the new 4-3 black belts. So can I have you guys take over from here? They're going to be performing Kusan-ku, which is the highest kata in Matsubiyashi Shorin-ryu. And they're also going to do some Matsubiyashi Yakusokos.
Kusan-ku. Kusan-ku.
them a big hand. So do we have the young diplomas over there too?
What order do you want to do that in? First degree or
And then we'll do the belts. Anthony first. So order them. Anthony's on top.
Is that what you're saying?
I think we're going to give Anthony his.
Anthony's only getting a full four.
I know. That's all we're going to do is the diploma first, and then the other people can get the belt and the first. It's like a combo. What are they going to do with the diplomas? I think we give them both diplomas.
Okay.
Oh, give them one more big hand. All right, guys. All right, so we're going to do our promotions for the Renchi belts. I'll be presenting the Renchi belts. The first one, Renchi Anthony. Anthony is already a Renchi. He's been a Renchi for a while. We all know what he does to the dojo. He's the glue that holds everything together in the dojo. Been around for over 30 years, okay? Is it 30, 31 now?
30.
At least 30, okay? So that's a lot of dedication. You know what he does behind the scenes. You know, you see everything you're getting in emails, you name it. Never mind the teaching side. So the teaching, Renchi Anthony is a phenomenal teacher, so he guides a lot of the other teachers in the dojo. The one thing that we never got around to was testing him for his 4th degree black belt, okay, because he's always busy doing everything else. So this is sort of long overdue. His technical ability has always been at an extremely high level, so finally we're sort of catching up with that piece here. We probably could have done this years ago.
Take that belt off?
Yes, I'm going to have him, the way he wears his belt now is how a 3rd degree black belt would wear a Renchi belt. When we flip it around with the white side up, and that's what the new Renchis would be wearing, that's how they wear it. If you look at Renchi Steve, that's what a 5th degree black belt would wear it, and then it changes as time goes on. Okay, so I'm going to present the belt back to you, okay, as a 4th degree Renchi. Hey! Okay, congratulations, and a Yondon diploma. Congratulations.
Always cry for you.
I don't want to keep you all night, but I could probably spend the next hour telling you all the wonderful things about Renchi Anthony. He's an extraordinary person. So now we're going to move on to our next longest karate student in the dojo, I believe. Renchi Frelli's right up there too. I don't keep track of exact dates. Oh, thank you. Mark Dobrzelski, who started over 30 years ago as well.
30 years, 2 months.
30 years. He's been counting. So we're going to present the belt. You will receive both your 4th degree and your Waka Renchi diploma after this. Okay. For the new Renchis, these belts are like two belts kind of stitched together. They're super stiff. It takes a while to get them to not look like Poindexter, okay? If you knew what that reference means. All right, so congratulations, Frenchie Mark. Hey! Get that on.
Come on over. So you have his fourth degree and his ring.
Yes, I said that. So Yondon and Wakarenshi. Oh, again, congratulations. Okay. That's 30 years every Saturday morning, dragging his kids too, because I think I...
What Tammy say? I missed it.
Longer than we've been married.
Well, yes, when he started,
I okayed that, by the way.
Tammy would sit in front of that window out there when you would come back from work, and Mark would still be in class, and you weren't even married yet. Crazy, huh?
I'm going
You're going in order here.
the way I want to go.
Oh, Sanji.
All right. Actually, I'm going to go John next. Okay.
Okay.
Next up, John Bisqualik. Actually, Mark and John share a distinction. Both have kids that are, two kids that are in their black belt. John is also one of the most, I'd say, prolific teachers, always stepping in, helping, tutoring, 9 a.m. classes, comes in on a Thursday. He's here 4 out of 5 days a week on average. I don't know if his wife likes that or that's a nice thing. Okay. She's right there. Oh, there you are. So, the bowl is phenomenal, by the way. Really well done. Hey! Congratulations. Put that on. That means you can't put on any weight because it just that fits perfectly. Oh.
I got the exams.
All right, that's all. If you hadn't heard the story, these were overnighted because we ordered these months ago and we called up, are they done? Oh, I forgot. Which is not a good, something you want to hear when we have something like this planned. But they did a great job. We're doing Sergey. Okay, next up, Sergey Sokolov. You can download the thing. Okay, put you right in front here. So, Sergey, how many years karate? Over 15.
Over 15, yeah. 14 here and 4 in the other school.
Okay, so 18 years of martial arts training from Russia. Also, during this process, his house burnt down. Okay? So that's not an easy thing to keep a focus through something like that. And the pandemic, never mind all the things that we've been through as a community. But one of the most physical, technical karate black belts I've ever had. Always a pleasure to teach. Hey! Congratulations. Put that on. Again, congratulations. Okay. Shidoshi tears up at these all the time. I teared up, when I got my black belt, I had a tear in my eye, I think. And when I got my Renshi, that was a special thing.
And Hanshi was no big deal.
The story behind that one was, that totally got me by surprise. I was dealing with a crisis of a student was having a personal crisis, and I was talking to them in the office, and I was totally focused on that. And it was like, oh, you're Hanshi. I'm like, yeah, but how are they doing? My mind was elsewhere. Didn't catch me at a tournament where I'm focusing all about karate. Next, Carolyn McDonald. They like you. Second black belt in the family, started after her brother. Far outpaced him, by the way, just in case. Another brother is trying to catch up, probably never will. Sorry, Dan. But no, Dan's an up and coming, getting close to his black belt too. How many years? Over 20?
I think it's 19.
19 years, started in high school, through college, through all the life's challenges and whatnot. Along with Sensei Patty, you'll be the couple of highest female black belts under Shidoshi, etc. So, but on a technical level, as well as a person, just one of the best quality people we have. Oops. So, very proud to give you this, and you can have that fight when you get home. Hey, folks. So you're Yondan and you're Wakarenshi. Again, congratulations. Last but not least, we have Sensei Patty. Okay, so a couple words on Sensei Patty. She probably won't mind if I tell you that she is one of the more senior students in the dojo. Can I give the age? 67, is it?
66.
Oh. Never. Soon to be. 66.
Age like a fine wine.
And we always tell the story that she started when her son, Tommy, earned his black belt, and he said, Mom, why don't you come do karate with me? And like, how could you turn down your teenage son? And she started, and that was in your 40s or whatever, right? It was decades ago. And she stuck with it.
50, I think, when they started.
Okay, so 16 years of training, from 50 to 66. Not easy to do. Been through a couple of medical things, et cetera. And, inspirational. I mean, you're all inspirational, but this is the inspiration, I think, for all of us. If you watch her teach, her dedication, it's off the charts. I couldn't be any more proud or humbled to present you your Renshi belt. Hey! Put that on there. It's your two hands. Yondan and Wakarenshi. Arigato. Thank you. All right, and Shidoshi, you have something you wanted to?
Yeah, just one thing, is I'm sobbing up here as they all get promoted.
She really is.
I am. Maybe you might have to read this.
How about
I'm going to let you read it.
Okay, all right.
Hopefully he can see it.
So So it's just a little token pin to success. Can't is not a word in your vocabulary. I don't want to doesn't exist in your mind, and difficult never means impossible. You consider everything a personal challenge, only to be met when you have gone to the stars and back. Congratulations on your success. Oops.
Oh, so if the Renties could come on up, we'll present you with
Okay. All right.
There you go.
Well, why don't you do that?
Oh.
You can present it.
I'm gonna get to give you your key or your star.
Oh. So as we present these people, the people up the chain, if you will, that's because of you guys. You know, you set the tone, all right? So it goes both ways, and then you're going to set the tone for the next group. You know, hopefully they get inspired. I remember seeing people dedicating themselves to karate for years and say, that's what I wanted to do. Hanshi, do you have anything you want to add? I'm just going to have you put that in there just because it's...
What is it?
It's a mic, and you're on live on Facebook.
Thank you for inviting me to this ceremony. This is Shidokan's flagship dojo, no doubt about it. I'm in absolute awe of what Hanshi and Shidoshi have created. I'm totally honored to have you wear my patch, okay? There's no better dojo on the planet that I know of, honest. I've seen a lot of them. There might be a couple equal, but you'd be hard-pressed to find them too, okay? But this is the best karate school that I have ever been to, okay? And because of all of you, and just keep on trucking, man.